In this segment, we're going to show you some of the progress on the new B-Series engine Pete and Kevin are building for Bonneville. Kevin has been pretty busy milling out the oil pump manifold and fabbing up several components for the dry sump lubrication system. Pete is going to explain his new variable valve timing design, which will offer several cam timing variations to achieve optimal performance tuning advantage while on the dyno. We hope you enjoy this Shop Talk segment with Pete and Kevin. And if you haven't already, please subscribe.
Okay, what we've done here, we've put two idlers, one on each side of the belt. So when I pull this gear forward, or this sprocket forward, it pulls the cam forward.
Can I see it?
And vice versa.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that here with the Smart. Okay.
Well, you can see it moving, right?
Absolutely.
So if we pull this idler towards me, it pulls the cams ahead, and vice versa.
That's awesome.
So what the idea is, we'll dyno it with the cams straight up, and then we can just merely adjust these two little tensioners here
Okay.
by pulling this idler to the left and this idler to the right. They're kind of tight. They've got to be tied together.
Yeah.
And we've done the same on the intake cams. We've got two idlers, one here and one here, and they're adjustable from the back.
It's crazy. So the whole idea is just to be able to have that versatility to adjust right on the fly when you're on the dyno, just to
On the
tuning.
dyno, because to change it here, you got 5 bolts in each, and it's tricky to get them perfect, right?
Yeah.
So we can degree it perfect, and then we're moving both exhaust cams. We're moving them backwards or forward, depending what we want to do, just by changing these idlers.
That's so cool.
And again, we'll dyno it, we'll retard it, we'll advance it, then we'll see what works better, then we'll do it to the intake cam. And like I said, there's about 12 combinations, I believe, because you can retard the exhaust, advance and retard the intake, there's 3. Then you can retard the exhaust and do the same, there's 6,
Yeah.
and it goes on. The new cars have all that built in, right?
Yeah, that's the variable cam timing, or
Your computer
VVT,
does
or
all that.
VTEC, really.
So they can dyno it at the factories when they build the engine, and then they can put that in the program
Yeah.
and retard or advance the cams to make better emissions and power.
So basically, that's just so you can dial it in, find the optimal power band, and then you run it there.
And we can do intake versus exhaust. We can spread the lobe centers, or we can bring them close together,
Okay.
which you can't do on a single cam.
Yeah. Now, talking about the cam, that's the cam over here, right? Can you tell us a little bit about it, where we're at with it, and what the next steps are?
We made 4 little
And we
like
saw you
spools.
making those in the last video.
spools.
Yeah.
We made 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. This first one is we put a needle bearing here on this brace.
Mm-hmm.
So from here to here is one piece, 2, 3, 4, and the shaft. So we buy a shaft, 1.25" shaft. We make these little spools. And the way we make those, we take the material and we drill a hole off center. Right? If this was a cam, we drill a hole here. So we've got a lobe almost half built. It's not,
So there's more material on one end than the other. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So they're offset a little bit.
yeah, we can get by with, let's say, 2-inch material if we drill the hole off center.
Okay.
Normally you have to get 2.5 because you drill a hole in the middle and then you whittle all that material off. So it saves material. It's a lot less work too.
So you have one cam made, and now you got, or have you already done the other 3? I can't remember.
We're gonna make 3 more.
3
yeah.
more. Kevin's got to gear up for that then, huh? Is that a cam load you're designing right now?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to do the program to rough it. I mean,
So
it's
that'll
not,
be the load for this engine.
it's not going to be anything that a cam grinder could use. It's just going to be, you know, just something to get the load close.
Okay.
I'm actually thinking about putting a hole in it so I can put a pin in them to line them all up again. Make a,
So
We can probably make this in less than a day.
per
And if
cam.
Kevin can program these, he can set these little spools. You know, well, they're like a spool. They're 2 lobes and
Yeah.
the bearing
do we have an
surface.
extra one?
You put it in the CNC, and he'll program that lobe, flip it over, and do it again. Get
Okay.
close. And then it makes it a whole lot easier for the cam grinder.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to. It takes him a long time to grind all that material up there.
Yeah, it does. Because you're still waiting on the ones right now for the 5 liter 12, right? Aren't
We're
those-
waiting for those. Yeah, those are 12 son. Those are all billet. We made those out of one piece.
So then cams are the next step in this process? Or
Well,
is
you
there...
work on the dry sump oil pump.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come
Yeah.
around this way. So you guys finished that today, right? Or Kevin got it
Yeah.
mocked up? So, okay. Yeah, that's a serious pump. Need me to help you? Oh, nice. Whew. Boy, it's a big beast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a monster.
God, it's got so much mass to it.
Also some block.
There's not even a crank in it yet.
No.
Hollowed out.
I wonder what ladies do now.
Get a balancer, and we'll put a belt in front of the balancer for the pump. And
So you'll just have another takeoff from here?
we'll put a balancer here, and then there'll be one of these
Okay.
in front of the balancer for this pulley for the pump. And we'll have electronic ignition and injection. So we will not have this. We will not have a distributor in this engine.
So you're gonna use a crank and cam sensor.
Yeah, the water goes in here. It'll come out the heads, out the middle.
Yeah.
Top.
And this is what you were showing us the other day. That's for the oiler.
Right.
For the that's the suction to pull the oil back,
that's
right?
Here, that's on this side. This
Okay. Oh, there you go. You can see it. That's great.
this takes the oil from the cam boxes. It runs into here, and then this goes to the pump, vacuum side of the pump.
And it's pulling the oil out.
Right.
Wow. Wow, it's such a beautiful piece of machinery, huh?
This will go.
You know, it's interesting. I saw that dry sump pump on Larry's Corvette the other day, and it was only like 2 segments. It was only like
Right.
that big. Like, oh, this thing's huge.
Well, this has a stage for every bank.
Uh-huh.
It has a stage pressure to the engine. It has a stage that sucks 2 more for the heads. There's 1 for each head and 4 for the block, for the
Okay.
pan, the oil pan. And then it has 1 vacuum to pull it out of the tank.
It's just so interesting seeing it from a different angle. And that's an adjuster there,
Right.
back here. And you guys made all these, right? That's your core
Yeah.
plugs. You just threaded them instead of
Well, the block came threaded, so we made these.
made your own. Okay. So, do you know what type of fuel management system you're going to run on it? Is it? Have you decided
We'll
yet?
probably run that P3 because we're most
PE3?
familiar with that one. It could be anything.
Okay. So then you're still going to have to build the fuel rails for it. 8 injectors.
Injectors,
Will you run 8 injectors or will you run 16?
probably 8.
8. Okay.
It'll be a double for each cylinder. It'll be a
2 injectors
typical
per cylinder.
2, like a Weber.
Okay.
2 for 1 cylinder because two valves for
Yeah.
2 intake valves per cylinder.
But like on the 3 liter, you have 8 injectors for that 4 cylinder. Will
Right.
this have 16 injectors or will
No,
this have
I
8?
think we'll go
Okay.
with one.
But it's going to need to flow a lot of fuel.
That was our first go around with them.
Wow. Looks amazing. It's a beast. So who dreams about it at night? Does Kevin dream about it or just Pete?
Both of us, I guess.
Does Kevin ever dream about
I
it?
dream about it quite a bit.
Kevin wakes up in the door middle of the night.
I think about this at night, and I thought about these logs here. I don't know where the other one is, but
That's so wonderful. Man, you ran out of all your grade 8 hardware putting this oil pan on.
here's that.
Oh yeah,
This bolts onto the here.
on the other side. Yeah.
And these are the drain backs, and then these are the bolt holes that hold it onto the. It's kind of like a banjo.
Yeah.
and there's one on each head. There's not a lot of oil going in the cam boxes, but we need to get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, looks like a lot of work, but it's coming along quite a ways. So.
I wasn't dreaming about how to do that baffle. I was,
Dreaming on how to do it.
well, you have to have the baffles in there so that the oil doesn't all go to just one of the scavenge pickups. You want to equally suck from each section.
There's 3 baffles in here.
Those are the
Separate
baffles. Okay.
oil from each bank.
So, you know, because you don't want it all going to just one of them, and then, you know, then it backs up. So I was just trying to figure out how to do that. But there's all kinds of stuff in there.
Absolutely. Still got a long ways to go.
Yeah. We need
Yeah.
a crank, rods, pistons.
You know, do you figure GM
Injectors?
probably has like a team of like 50 engineers trying to do something
Yeah.
like that that the 2 of us are trying to do here.
2 guys and a dog.
Yeah.
We'll build any engine for
Yeah,
you.
plus we
Oh,
still
there's
got
the
other
dog.
things to make.
There he is. He heard his name. Hey, B. Hi. That's the shop dog.
Star of all our videos.
Well, folks, that's it for this segment. We hope to have some more videos uploaded here pretty soon. If you haven't already, please support this channel by subscribing. We appreciate it. We'll see you soon.